Animation and computer games have become a major force in contemporary American culture. In Omaha, artist Benjamin Vu is making his mark in animation, having worked on the Academy Award-nominated feature animation Coraline, and also creating one of the most downloaded iPhone gaming applications of 2009, Battle Bears. I'm Joseph Piper. Stay tuned as we talk with Benjamin about his work on Nebraska Artist. I'm Joseph Piper and welcome to Nebraska Artist. My guest today is animator and artist Benjamin Vu, and we're going to talk about his studio Skyvu, and recently had created one of the most downloaded iPhone gaming applications called Big Battle Bears. I'm sorry. Ben, thanks for being here today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Joe.
It's exciting to have you here. Let's talk about the game, first of all. Battle Bears, you conceived this in the last year, or was it kind of like a long time ago and it took a while to get it to where you put it all together?
I originally came up with the idea for Battle Bears as an animated film when I was still going for my master's at the California Institute of the Arts in LA. And then I ended up getting hired on to work on Coraline for several years, so I wasn't able to work on it that much. It wasn't until after I left Coraline and came back and set up a studio here in Omaha that I was able to realize this idea in some form. Obviously, I couldn't afford to make a full-fledged feature film based on the script right away, but part of selling the idea for a movie is you have to go out to Hollywood and you actually pitch, and part of the pitch, I wanted to make a little video game, a little game that ran on my iPhone. Just as a proof of concept to show the movie execs that, you know, this is a viable concept. Right. You know, people might actually like this. So I was looking for maybe, you know, download numbers of 25,000 or so, something that I can say, hey, look. And then we put the game up on the App Store, and it started to climb the charts unusually fast. And it came out Labor Day weekend, and it turned out to be a great time to launch the game. A lot of people downloaded it, and it shot up to #3 in the country within like 7 days.
And as of today, it's how many downloads?
As of today, the paid and free versions combined have exceeded 3 million downloads.
So Apple sold 3 million iPads, so you can kind of compare it to that. You have 3 million downloads of this little game. Now, how long did it take to actually create the game, to get it on the iPhone?
I think from the point that I decided to make the game with my crew, it took us about 6 months production time. That was our first time ever making a game. I started Skyvu Pictures as an animation studio, which we still are, but you know, making games was just sort of, I guess you could say, a happy accident. We just had the right skill set, and we partnered with the right people to make the game a reality.
So, okay, where's the game at now? What's the next step with the game?
Well, Battle Bears, the first version is called Battle Bears Zombies, and Battle Bears Zombies is still ranked in the top adventure charts in the U.S. And it recently, we recently did a promo where we let the app go for free for a few days, and it shot up to #2 in the U.S. and #1 over in China. And #1 in, I believe, 50 other countries. So we know for a fact that people like the idea of, you know, this cute teddy bear who happens to, you know, have a battalion of other army bears, and they have weapons and such, and they shoot other pink bears that want to hug them to death.
So is the premise for the game the same as the storyline for the motion picture would be, or is it a takeoff of that, or a canon?
It's very similar. The core idea is, the core character, the main character is Oliver. And I came up with Oliver first, and Oliver is just a regular brown teddy bear, you know, who doesn't always seem to get along with everybody, who's kind of stubborn in his ways. And Oliver has a partner named Riggs, and Riggs is kind of like his captain. And Oliver doesn't really want to be a battle bear, but through a series of circumstances, he's thrown into a position where he has to defend for himself.
Okay.
So that's kind of the core basis of Battle Bears. The movie tends to be a little bit more sci-fi. It takes place 1,000 years from now, whereas the game takes place in more of this fantasy world where you have mystical treasures, unicorn crossbows, barbershop quartets, and all sorts of craziness going on. And part of the reason was I wasn't ready to reveal the core storyline of Battle Bears. I wanted to kind of, just kind of get the initial idea of the Battle Bears out there in the form of an app. And so we decided to go a little bit more crazy and wacky wild. But it turns out that that's actually doing very well. People are actually relating to it, or people are enjoying the comedy.
What do you think has made it so successful? I mean, what do you think is the germ or the essence there that people are so attracted to? Do you have any clues?
I think it's a bit of the unexpected. I mean, they say our president used the term shock and awe. I think Battle Bears, when people pick up the game or when they think about downloading it, they're thinking, oh, sounds like Care Bears.
Right.
Something soft, something really, not too fun for me. But when you start watching the cutscenes, he's running away with all these treasures and his wagon breaks down, and then he has to take parts of unicorns and use them to shoot against these pink bears that are after him. It's crazy wild, and we have fun in the studio just planning these things out. A general rule at the studio is if it makes us laugh on 3 separate occasions, then we will throw it into the pile of stuff to consider.
It's good humor.
Then it's good humor, yeah.
Did you focus it for an age group, or is it on all ages are interested in this? I mean, are older people loving this as much as young children that can play the iPhone apps?
Yeah, we keep track a bit on seeing who tweets about the game and who's on our Facebook fan page, and it's just a wide variety of people from different backgrounds. But in general, we have a lot of teenage boys and a lot of teenage girls that seem to like the idea of teddy bears killing teddy bears.
Is it violent?
It's a bit, yeah, it's a bit on the violent side, but the comedy balances it out really well, I think.
Now, do you have that on your iPad?
Sure, yeah.
You want to try to play a little bit of that?
Yeah, I'll launch it up for you here. So this is an iPad, and this is Oliver here, and he is. You just use 2 fingers to play. So you use one to look around and to aim your thing, and then you use the other finger to tap to fire. So I'm about to get hugged to death here. It's kind of hard to play upside down.
If you hit them in the heart, you have to shoot him in the heart.
The body
twice to kill him, and once in the head, and then.
Yes. So here I can choose. This is your weapon select menu. You can choose your unicorn horn crossbow, because he escaped with the mystical treasures with the unicorns in tow, but they crashed, so they ended up perishing. So Oliver has to pick up whatever he has around him in order to defend himself until Riggs, his captain, can come save him. So you just part of the idea was just to make a game that's really simple to play. This is not Call of Duty Modern Warfare by any means. You're basically stuck in one position. And at first I was really concerned about it because I knew a lot of people would be complaining about the simplicity of the game. Oh, there's some big giant bears that you have to shoot like 10 times in order to take them down. I just got hugged to death.
Yeah, hugged to death.
So
when their heads go off, a rainbow shows up. Sort of?
Yeah. So this is when Oliver gets hugged. So he gets hugged.
So if you don't kill the bear, it hugs you then?
The huggables. The huggables are on a planet where they survive off of affection. That's their energy source. So, we decided to focus on hugs, and that's what they're after. Whereas Oliver, he's just kind of a bear who just wants to be left alone. So I'm just playing off of that contrast.
Like a little Shakespeare or something going on in there deep inside the story.
Yeah.
So are you surprised that this has happened? The success of this?